Hi, it's Rachel from Off.road.cc and today I'm bringing you another 7 of the best. So this time it's the 7 best mountain bikes that you can buy for under £1,000. Now all of these bikes are available to buy in the UK right now and none of them will cost you a penny over £1,000. In fact, a lot of them will cost you quite a bit under £1,000. All these bikes have been ridden by us, they've been reviewed by us and they've been rated by us. So you know that they're high scorers and that we really like them in review. So let's get started. First up in the list is the Calibre 2 Cubed, a 650B hardtail from the Go Outdoors brand, and at £600 this comes in at £400 under budget. For that £600 you get an alloy frame, a 3x9 speed drivetrain and a load of brand name kit such as the 100mm RockShox XC30 fork, a full Shimano drivetrain, plus there's Shimano hydraulic disc brakes too. When John tested it, he said the bike was a genuinely great bike that's an excellent place to start your journey in mountain biking. Compared to many bikes at this price, it not only offers superb value, but genuine off-road performance, rather than being something that's best left on a towpath or pretending to be rugged while staying on the road. The 2 Cube gets an update for 2020 with updated geometry making it even more trail ready. The official retail price of the 2 Cubed is £600, but if you've got a Go Outdoors discount card, which costs just a £5, you'll get it for £449. Next up is another well-sorted hardtail. This time it's the Voodoo Bizango, a 29er for £700. We tested one of these back in 2017 and gave it a score of 5 out of 5 stars. Since then the bike has had spec updates and now uses a 1x11 speed drivetrain rather than 2x10 speed that we tested. Elsewhere the bike benefits from hydraulic brakes and an air-spun fork from Suntour, which is slightly longer than the one seen on the Calibre 2 Cubed at 120mm. At full retail from Halfords, the Voodoo Bizango costs £675 and our tester reckoned that you'll struggle to find a better frame or nicer kit anywhere else for the money. The Form Curb R1 is the next bike on the list and you'd be forgiven if you haven't heard of that brand. They're not a massive mainstream brand. The Curb R is a 650B hardtail from a UK based bike brand, Form. It gets an alloy frame, a 100mm coil sprung suspension fork, a 1x10 drivetrain, which is all Shimano dual kit, and Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. Our tester John says that bike's geometry does its best to encourage you to wind up the speed and tackle more demanding trails, and that's all helped by a well-sorted cockpit. All in all, John reckons it's a fun, well-sorted bike that's friendly to beginners and able to offer more entertainment for more advanced riders too. The build kit gets highlights such as dual drivetrain, and it's obviously something that's had a lot of thought put into it. We tested the version of the Curb R that comes in at £675, so £675, but you can also get cheaper versions with the bike's pricing start at just £365. Next in line is the Rockrider AM 100 HT, another 650B hardtail, but this time from the large sports brand Decathlon. More expensive at £950, this bike gets a load of bells and whistles. It's got an internally routed dropper post, a 1x11 SRAM NX drivetrain and Michelin tyres, which our tester Dave said were excellent in terms of grip. He said that this is a decent bike which is a lot of fun to ride and easier to ride on technical terrain than many hardtails at this price. He reckons it's a great first bike, but also one that more experienced riders, who might already own a full suspension bike, could choose as a second bike if they're after a decent hardtail for longer rides. The Vitus Centre 29 VR is the next bike in our list. This one comes in at £1,000 and for that you get a do-it-all hardtail which is ready for rough and tumble riding. John also tested this one and he reckons it's a solid bike that Vitus have hit the nail on the head when it comes to a well thought out spec for the cash. For your £1,000 you get a RockShox Sector fork with 130mm of travel, 29er wheels with grippy tyres and an 11-speed Shimano and Sunrace drivetrain, as well as Shimano MT500 hydraulic brakes. John reckons it's hard to fault the Centre. If you want a high-value hardtail, it's a really versatile and hugely fun machine. The next bike on our list is from another British brand. It's from White and it's their 605. We tested version 1 of the 100mm travel hardtail in 2017 and the brand have now got version 2 or V2 out. The updated version gets a slacker head angle and a different spec to the one we tested, but we liked it so much we thought we needed to include it in this list. The 2020 bike gets a 2x9 speed Shimano drivetrain, a coil-sprung RockShox fork and Tektro hydraulic brakes, plus a complete white finishing kit from the rims to the stem to the grips. At 750 quid, it's not the cheapest here, but John, who tested it again, loved the ride of this bike, saying that if you want a bike that's going to allow you to push your riding onwards, boost your confidence both uphill and down, then you need to check out the white 605. Last but by no means least is the Marin Bobcat Trail, a bike that we reckon rides and looks way more expensive than it actually is. For 525 quid, the bike gets a 120mm fork, a Shimano drivetrain and Tektro hydraulic disc brakes, much like the other bikes in this price bracket. The Bobcat Trail really stands out for its geometry though, with a confidence-inspiring 67.5-degree head angle and a relatively steep seat angle. It'll make it an efficient climber with a decently long reach, which helps the rider shift their weight around on steeper trails. With some solid features and good geometry, the Marin Bobcat Trail is upgradable as you go and definitely worth considering in this category. And that finishes our list of 7 of the best mountain bikes for under £1,000. If you want to read a review of any of those bikes, you'll just need to go across to our site, and that's www.off.road.cc. There's a search bar at the top, so just put the name of the bike in and that review will come up for you. If you want to see more of these types of videos, I've done best mountain bikes under 1,500 quid, so you'll just need to pop onto our YouTube homepage, have a look for that one, and whilst you're there you can subscribe so you can find us more easily. Next up, I'll be doing best mountain bikes that you can buy in the UK in 2020 for under £2,000. So keep an eye out for that one, and thanks very much for watching.